countdown to signing day has been brought to you by Advance Auto Parts, where the best part is our people. By Life University. And by Atlanta IBEW Local Union 613, proudly supporting Georgia's higher education for almost 100 years.
And welcome back to the show. Paul Devlin along with the coach Bobby Cremens and Scott Alexander, our recruiting analyst. And signing day is over in mid-May. Most of the great players have already hooked on with teams. But, Coach, are there still players out there that coaches around the country are beating the bushes trying to find?
It's probably getting a little late now, but the phone could always ring. And the greatest phone call of all time was Dave Odom getting a phone call about some guy from the islands by the name of Tim Duncan. Usually this time of year, it's just about dried out. But there's always somebody out there, and you know, it could be a foreign young man from overseas, and those phone calls, you never know when they're going to come.
Players fall through the cracks, Scott?
Well, I know Jim Herrick's waiting for that phone call tomorrow morning. I mean, he's got Julius Lamptey, a 7-foot, 300-pound center. I know he wants to get that phone call, but Amari Stoudemire's the big name out there. He's not going anywhere but the NBA, so I don't think there's going to be too many phone calls in the next few weeks.
Hey, we're not going anywhere. We'll be back here next year at the same time. For Coach Scott and the entire crew, I'm Paul. See you next week.
Only the strong survive in the South. Tough as nails kind of strong. The kind of strong you'll find in Dodge Dakota. Best in class available power, payload, and towing. In quad cab, club cab, and regular cab models. Even the price makes a strong statement. Dakota Club SXT with big wheels and CD tunes, just under 17 grand. But only at Truckville, your new South Dodge dealer. Grab Dodge's 7100 powertrain pledge. Ford, GM, and Toyota don't match it.
The last word with Jim Lowe. Welcome to the jungle. The last word. Green betting. Sports talk as you know it. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Introducing the best damn sports show, period. It's comedy, commentary, and all the scores and highlights you could possibly stand.
It's not sex, but it's close.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights at 8 and 11.
The University of Virginia has been on a tear in men's lacrosse. They went undefeated through the conference season and today face Duke for the right to be called ACC champion. Well, the crowd is rolling in here to Koskinen Stadium on the campus of Duke University. We're in Durham, North Carolina. It's the site of the ACC Men's Lacrosse Championship. The top seed, the favorite, the Virginia Cavaliers, getting set to take on the Duke Blue Devils. We're expecting a great battle. Hopefully it'll be something close to what we saw in the women's matchup. And again, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mike Hogwood. Coach Dick Adell is here, and this must be strange up here with me. And a year ago, you were down on the field coaching the Maryland Terrapins in a championship game.
It's a totally different feeling. Stressful, but in a different way.
Well, it's good to have you with us. Let's take a look at the brackets and how these teams got here. The semifinals played on Friday night. Virginia beating the 4 seed North Carolina. Duke and Maryland had a great battle that Duke came out on top in overtime. And it was a huge win for the Blue Devils. How do you see this game today?
I think we've got a classic on our hands, Mike. A couple key kids. Mark Kuntz, the star of that Virginia defense. He'll wear number 40 in the white jersey. A tremendous story. You know, preseason he breaks a hand. Determines he's got a great job, a great opportunity to go work in New York City next year. So he can't redshirt. And then just last week, he tears a knee ligament. So this is a youngster that's playing with an enlarged heart. He's on one leg and playing with one hand, but it's quite a story. And it's a Virginia team that's loaded from top to bottom.
All right, indeed they are. Duke's got a goalie, A.J. Kinsel, who'll be somebody to watch, and we'll have it for you coming up.
Share your minutes with family members. The Family Freedom Plan from Alltel. Alltel, are you connected?
Woo woo. We're going to give you a little look at our backside. 0, 0, 0. Okay, wow, that is pure nothing. Now, if you're starving for some delicious fat or something, I wouldn't recommend Aquafina, no. But if you're thirsting for something, to make you not thirsty, this is the most mouth-watering water you can find.
Aquafina. So pure, we promise nothing.
Great, we're not going to let you look at our backside anymore.
Every move, every story, every weeknight.
Did you see that? That's a classic! Oh, you believe that?
This is Totally NASCAR.
This is Fox Sports Net.
Your exclusive destination for all that is NASCAR. Totally NASCAR. Weeknights.
Experience the new National Geographic Channel. Spectacular new shows. Around-the-clock adventure. The continuing story of life on Earth every day of the week. A new channel. A new National Geographic. Log on to nationalgeographic.com and request the new NGC. Always wonder.
Boy, great crowd on hand today. And I mean, it is a hot, steamy day in Durham, Duke and Virginia for the men's lacrosse championship. And we mentioned a couple of players in our last segment, but let's focus in on them now, Dick and Dale. First of all, in goal for Duke, A.J. Kinsel. What a difference he made on Friday.
He was the game breaker, game maker, Mike. Just a tremendous effort. Duke would not be here were it not for the outstanding goaltending of A.J. Kinsel. And St. Anne's Battlefield product, located in Charlottesville, Virginia. Don't tell me he isn't playing with a little more enthusiasm this afternoon.
And he will have to come up big for Duke to pull off the upset here this afternoon. Now, Virginia, you talked about him a moment ago. Mark Kuntz, senior defenseman, as you said, he's going on next year, three-time All-ACC performer.
Absolutely amazes me. This is a difficult game to play with everything working properly. There's a kid with a broken hand and a torn knee and playing it as well as anybody. He'll be a thrill to watch this afternoon.
And you see that brace that was on his hand, but he is gutting it out. But why not? This is for all the marbles. The ACC championship at stake.
Need to get away into the great outdoors for some major fun? The coolest way to do that is an especially equipped Outfitters Association of America limited edition Dodge Ram. It can take on just about anything the great outdoors can throw at it. Only a limited number of pickups are available. Check out this new Ram and you could win the getaway of a lifetime. An ultimate outdoor adventure trip with Wayne Pearson and Ward Burton. Register at any participating Southeast Dodge dealer, your outdoor adventure headquarters. Dodge, grab life by the horns.
That was fast. Sweetie, your ride's here.
When the Edmonds upgraded to Bell South Fast Access DSL, they knew life would change.
Yeah, I'm online.
The lightning speed lets them take everything they do to the next level.
Bye, honey. Good luck at the science fair.
So Mom is finally creating a digital photo album.
I can't believe you let me go like that. My hair looks ridiculous. Hold on a second. How's it going, hon?
While Dad transforms the house, room by room.
Oh.
Now they all have a high-speed internet connection that helps them do better.
Can I get in here real quick? Hold on a second.
No, talk. It doesn't tie up their phone line, and it costs just $45 a month.
That's what I thought. Genius.
They even got a free month and free DSL modem for ordering.
How smart am I for getting DSL?
Oh yeah, Mike is also doing a little better in school.
Can I help you, please?
Visit fastaccess.com and order Bell South Fast Access DSL for your family. Connect and create something. Bell South.
On the next Beyond the Glory, Kobe Bryant was destined to be an NBA legend.
Nobody could touch him. Nobody could stop him.
But his desire to be the best clashed with his fellow superstar.
He needs to learn how to use everybody else.
And almost brought a franchise to its knees.
You know, they're like worrying about whose team it is.
It's a story of talent and ego. Kobe Bryant, Beyond the Glory, Sunday on Fox Sports Net.
We're about ready to play some lacrosse here, ready for the opening face-off. The Duke Blue Devils and the Virginia Cavaliers. And for Duke, it is Kevin Cassis. And it looks like for Virginia, indeed, that is Jack DeVilliers. And as we get set to go here.
Mike is an extremely talented Virginia team, but the one Achilles heel they've had all season long is ineffectiveness at the face-off circle. Let's see if Duke takes advantage of it, and they do on the first draw of the game.
And we see there why Cassis, the best in the conference.
Mental mistake on the part of the Duke attack. Nobody backing up the cage.
And Cassis quickly off, and Nathan Kenny on. Virginia, this is Brett Hughes. Ned Bowen and Mark Kuntz, as we talked about, back on the fence. Here comes Chris Rotelli.
Wow. Two lousy possessions to start the game. Neither team can be happy with their first offensive thrust.
And Jepson down on the left side. That's Paul Jepson, number 34.
The emotions are maybe a little bit too involved here in this first minute of the play.
44, Taylor Ray. We saw in the women's game a lot of patience on offense. Can we expect that today in this men's contest?
Oh, I think without a doubt, and particularly, Duke didn't get off the field around midnight Friday night, Mike, and the heat was oppressive then, and it's a factor again today.
Matt Monfett, number 18. To Matt Rukowski, who had a good game on Friday.
Pair of freshmen in their first ACC championship game.
Terrence Keeney.
Biggest player on the field, Mike, at 6'5".
Keeney is number 43.
Has a sort of a size advantage there against Billy Gladding in his defensive matchup. Remember in the men's game, 4 long poles can be on the field. There were none in the women's game.
Mad Monfett, there are a lot of different rules which we'll try to update you on as we get going here in this men's game. Look at the speed of Monfett. Nice pass to Rukowski. And Virginia now is up with it.
Trey Whitty on the ground ball. This is Virginia's top line, Mike. A.J. Shannon, Chris Rotelli,
Billy Gladding.
Johnny Christmas, a threat from anywhere on the field at any time.
A.J. Shannon is number 8.
Little backdoor
and a shot and a score for Virginia. It is Billy Gladding, just talking about him a moment ago, number 12.
Hey,
Gladding, the junior from Bethesda, Maryland.
Hey, Mike, they all count one. You look at this. This is a broken play. It's a pass inside to Billy. A little backdoor pass that he fumbles and then just gooses toward the goal. And a little change-up goes over top A.J. Ginsell. And some of that magic from Friday night wasn't there on that first save of the game.
Now Devin Ray on the faceoff. 11 goals on the season for Gladding.
Delayed call. Holding call on Duke. Virginia ball. And this is the alternate midfield, Mike, for Virginia.
Number 4 is Jared Little.
Freshman from Carthage, New York. Those Guy Lacrosse fans out there, remember the Pals. And Jared Little's from the same high school that produced the 3 Powell brothers.
Brendan Moeller with the shot for the Virginia Cavaliers.
Relatively easy save for AJ.
And Shamati, number 15.
Shamati, West Genesee product up at Syracuse, New York. Mike Messier-led program that's provided many a great college player. We got the alternate midfield now on for the Devils.
And that's Kevin Brennan, number 40. You see the speed there of Alex Liskey. Liskey also played well on Friday. Liskey now with a shot, he scores! Alex Liskey has tied it up at 1.
We got an issue there, Mike. That's Alex Liskey. We can see it here. We got a problem. Mark Kuntz is, I think, knee gave out to him when they changed the direction, and he's coming off the field. That's not a good sign for the University of Virginia. Your heart goes out to a guy that's willing to get out there and do it. Here's the change of direction, and watch Mark, watch the knee there.
That's
sort of
tough.
collapsed on him. It's an easy goal, easy finish, and I hope Mark's all right. Oh boy!
Get Jim Noble to get a report on that.
This is a flat-out war.
Boy, both these teams have shown some intensity in the early going. Played almost 5 minutes in the first quarter. On the long sticks for Virginia, Steve Holmes out with it.
Freshman from the Philadelphia area. Nice job.
Here's Brett Hughes, number 6 for the Cavaliers, sophomore from Ohio. Jack DeVilliers to Gladding, who scored the goal a moment ago.
Not picturesque on the score, but they all count one, Mike.
It's Chris Rotelli, 25.
Virginia first line.
Now A.J. Shannon, a big part of that line. Look at Shannon trying to make an offensive move. Nice pass. Boy, A.J. Shannon.
That's Billy Gladding again.
Played well. What a play, though, and an assist to Gladding.
That pass, I really don't think that pass should have gotten through. I'm surprised that one of the off-the-ball Duke defenders doesn't knock it down. The length of the pass, the number of sticks between Billy and the ball, but no one was able to check it down. An early timeout for Duke to settle him down. Duke's given up 2 goals. Neither one is I don't feel that Virginia has really earned 2 easy goals. And that's not the style of play that the Devils show on the defensive end of the field.
Well, we told you about Mark Kuntz and the injury problems he's having. Let's get an update now from Jim Noble.
Mike, I just checked in with the Virginia doctors. Mark Kuntz did indeed re-injure that left knee that he's got torn cartilage in. They've taken the brace off. They're kind of looking at it right now. He's in an awful lot of pain, but he jumped up when Virginia scored that latest goal. It will still have to see, but it doesn't look real good for Mark Kuntz right now.
All right, Jim, thanks. And what a tough blow for Virginia, and this senior is wanted desperately to play in this game.
Whether you're a Duke fan or a Virginia fan, you don't want to see anybody hurt. And here's a boy that's hurt coming into the game and puts it all on the line for his school and his senior season, and I hate to see that happen.
And it was so uplifting. We talked to some of the players on Friday night, and they were talking about how it lifted their spirits and made them even play harder to see their co-captain beaten up.
Mike,
out there on the field.
It'll be interesting to see the reverse reaction here now that they see he may not be back on the field for a while.
It'll be Cassis and Calvin Sullivan on the face-off here.
Again, if Duke has one definite advantage, it's at the face-off circle.
And we have seen that here early in this war.
Both guys on the wing there, 46 in blue and 10 in white, jumped the line before the whistle.
That's John Enberg and Andrew Agloliati.
I'm glad you handled that one, Mike.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up, Steve?
Agloliati from Poughkeepsie, New York. And here's Inberg, number 46.
A little bit different than the draw action from the women's game. All kinds of contact allowed within 5 yards of the ball.
And if you were with us for the women's game, you'll notice so much of a difference in the physicality of this game. Shot by the Blue Devils, Kevin Brennan.
Saved by Tillman Johnson, arguably first-team All-American candidate. Oh, neat.
Shot and scored on the part of the Cavaliers, Trey Whitty.
Gee, you won't see that often, Mike. That's a defensive, long ball defensive midfield.
I'm going to say one of the long sticks scoring.
Run the field well. He's open inside.
And look at that long stick.
Connor Gill finds him. And then Trey, it's not the easiest ball to save because most goaltenders are looking at the point of release in a normal size stick, and now it changes to a 72-inch pole.
And maybe you could go over the rule on that with us. 4 of them on the field at a time.
4 at a time, and traditionally the offensive team bases their attack on going after the 2 short poles or what we would call the weakness of the defense.
Well, you saw how rare that is on that graphic a moment ago. Only his 3rd goal of the season. And Virginia is up 3-1. For Duke, it's Dan Shamati, number 15. Liskey behind the cage. And they'll swing it around. Michael Sadisher.
Now here, Mike, here's what we're talking about. They've inverted and placed the two short pole defenders for Virginia behind the cage. And they'll begin the offense by trying to break down the short poles.
This is Liskey, number 3. He loses it.
Unforced error.
Here comes Virginia, Brett Hughes. Ahead it goes to Gladding, who's got 2 goals today. Connor Gill, we haven't called his name yet. It's All-American for Virginia. Chris Rotelli. Boy, you see his speed. Rotelli scores. And right now, Virginia is all over the Blue Devils, up 4-1.
Hey, for all of our young fans that think every men's lacrosse player's got to come from Long Island or Baltimore, Chris Rotelli, Moses Brown in Providence, Rhode Island. Let's look at his goal. That's a Rhode Island product. Great finish.
17th goal on the season for Rotelli, 52nd of his career. He's a junior, as you said, just from outside Providence, Rhode Island. Again on the draw, it looks like the Blue Devils, but that has not been to their advantage so far. Taylor Ray, number 44.
We're unsettled here.
Here's Cassis. And Duke can't score. Duke needs a goal now in the worst way.
Without a doubt, and you don't want to. Let's take advantage of those unsettled situations. You're going to get the ball back more times than not.
Rukowski's number 22. This is Liskey, number 3. Trying to set something up on the offense.
That's David Berman, number 3, in place of Brett Hughes.
Well, you see the physicalness there. Liskey gets it back out.
That's against a 6'5", 220-pounder, too, Mike.
Duke still on the attack. This is Monfett. Matt Monfett not able to make anything happen. Now Brennan. Here's Liskey.
That's off of Virginia's stick, I believe. That'll remain blue ball.
Let's go down to Jim Noble.
As far, this game is being played at a pace that Duke just can't win. In fact, head coach Mike Pressler was just telling his guys that he needed to keep this game in the single digits. Right now, Virginia's on pace to score about 25 goals. The Blue Devils have got to settle the ball down and keep Virginia from those transition offensive attacks. I mean, Mike Pressler made it very clear to his guys they have got to calm down. I think the championship game nerves might be a factor.
And Duke number 2 in team defense in the ACC, allowing only 8.18 goals per game. But obviously we're on a pace, Virginia is, to go past that. Here's Ben Fenton.
Nice look.
And a nice shot and score by Dan Doty.
Nice look.
Well, Doty, a sophomore midfielder from Washington, D.C., scores the second Duke goal, and it is 4-2 Virginia.
Just a fundamental little play, a little action on the left-hand side here. A feed on the back. Doty on a bounce shot, difficult to save. Big goal for the Devils, needless to say.
6:49 to be played here in the first quarter. Another difference in the women's and the men's. We do play 4 quarters here.
Early movement on the part of the University of Virginia. It's going to be a Duke ball, and the dominance on the faceoffs continues.
First goal of the year for Dan Doty.
What a good time, huh?
Not bad. The ACC championship.
Great timing.
Both teams are even. 5 shots on goal each. Now for Duke, number 4, Michael Sadisher. This is Shamati, Dan Shamati, number 15.
That's a midfield invert now. Quick to slide a long pole to defend against him.
Jimmy Reagan is number 10. Here's Liskey again. Liskey really wants to make something happen. Reagan.
Oh.
He shoots and scores. Jimmy Reagan, a senior from Manhasset, New York. And Duke now trails by only 1 at 4-3.
You know, back-to-back goals like that, Mike. Just again, a little fundamental movement around the right-hand side by Alex, looking up top, and the second consecutive bounce shot that Tillman's not on that ball. Hadn't been on either one of those last 2. The Devils are back in the game.
Tillman Johnson in goal for the Virginia Cavaliers. A.J. Kinsell, as we've talked about, in goal for Duke. 4-3 now.
Great ground ball, Kevin Cassis. Great ground ball.
Cassis does the job, and ahead it goes. Brennan was there, couldn't come up with it, and Tillman Johnson. Virginia now will try to stop this Duke Blue Devil momentum.
Johnny Christmas with the backdoor look toward his attack mate, Connor Gill.
And a good play by Duke's
Duke's
John
got some
Windley.
numbers here, Mike. This is a 4-on-3 if they push it.
Paul Jepson is number 34.
Good decision. Good decision.
Decides not to push it.
Now we got to, with that transition look there, some of the offensive midfielders weren't able to get off the field. You've got A.J. Shannon trying to guard Terrence Keeney.
For Duke, Cassis.
There it is.
The pass to Keeney.
There it is. That's a good match. Advantage to Keeney in that matchup.
Ray, Duke is trying to go low.
Look at the size differential between Terrence Keeney and A.J. Shannon. Can use that bull move. They switch the matchup. Watson.
Mad Monfort is number 18. Boy, really impressed with the play of Liskey. Turnover to Virginia.
Oh, good point there for us to show. Trey Whitty cleared out of the defensive zone, stepped over the restraining line, and stepped back in. A violation, a clear violation. First big save of the game for Tillman Johnson.
Saved by Johnson, as you said.
Trey Whitty had to clear that defensive restraining line in 10 seconds. He did so, but then quickly stepped back in, and that was the reason for the turnover. Duke put the ball back in play quickly and got an easy shot.
Cassis, and again another save. Now Virginia trying to make something happen.
That's a great matchup. Danny Hauber against Connor Gill. Now watch some of these defenders. That's a poke check being used there. We'll see pokes, we'll see slaps. we'll see a variety of stick checks throughout the game. An aggressive defensive unit on both ends of the field.
And the rules on that, as far as fouls are concerned?
Just stay away from the head. A lot of other stuff are pretty, as long as we don't trip or be unnecessary in that roughness, it's pretty much legal play.
As long as you are going for the ball,
we
it's
mix
wide
it up a little
open.
bit.
Connor Gill for
great vision.
Virginia. What a pass.
Great vision.
An assist to Gladdy. Approaching 2.5 minutes in the quarter.
Johnny Christmas.
And it's taken away. Great play by Terrence Keeney.
Heads up play.
Here comes Duke. Keeney showing some speed. This is Keeney, 43. He's being marked there by A.J. Shannon.
Again, Keeney's got that size mismatch, but I think he's gassed. They're both going to leave the field.
Boy, in the heat today, there are a lot of players coming in and out of this game.
Mike, you got to use your bench, and you got to use it early and get these guys in the flow of the game. You're going to need everybody.
Shamati is number 15, and now Michael Sadisher is back on the field, number 4, senior from Baltimore.
You see a philosophical difference in that Duke spends so much of the time with the ball in the hands of their short pole midfielders, whereas Virginia likes to have their attackers making some of the key decisions.
1:40 left to play here in the first quarter. Virginia up 4-3. Oh, with the rain, the footing is a little bit better than it was on Friday. We had a tremendous downpour here Friday night.
The Greens people down here did a great job, Mike, getting this field in super shape for the championship, both championships.
Connor Gill. Boy, it's a real treat to watch this guy play.
You don't shake him. He has such poise, such vision. Danny Harbert's got his hands full.
Now Eric Leibowitz, number 31, is another senior on this Virginia team.
We're looking at almost a third different midfield line. I think, Dom Starrs is thinking about a 60-minute game, not a one-period game going to these guys.
Leibowitz, nice move. There is a flag.
That's a 1-minute penalty. That's a 1-minute penalty on the Devils, meaning that we're going to have a man-up face-off here. Let's take a look at this inside roll. You're going to see an inside roll by Leibowitz here. Gets upfield, turns back, protects his stick, and hangs onto the ball to throw that thing by Kinsell. Now, critical face-off here for the Devils. If they come up with it, they've got to kill 60 seconds with 9 players on the field. And they do. Now remember, Duke's a man short here for another 55 seconds.
Which will play it way out of the first quarter. There is Jimmy Reagan. So Duke a man down.
This is 5-on-6 in the offensive zone. For some of our older fans, you remember a few years back.
Taylor Ray, nice move. How about Taylor Ray?
That's
a man down goal, and it's 5-4.
Tom can't be happy with that. We faced a Virginia double team there. I don't think that they practiced it enough to be very. Yeah, here we see. Here's the double. Ineffective. He split it. Goes to the cage and sticks it. Now remember, this Duke is still down a man.
And will be into the second quarter just a bit.
15 seconds on the clock.
There's Taylor Ray, number 44.
Might move too soon.
Junior from Canada. And it goes to Virginia with just seconds left now in the first quarter. And Virginia, a timeout with 6 seconds left in the first quarter.
I think it's obvious that Dom wants to set up a specific play to attack Duke here with the last 6 seconds. I would not be surprised if Duke changed their defense, perhaps came out in the zone, so that it forced the Virginia for a couple of seconds to read the defense and have to readjust. By that time, the 6 seconds would be gone. So this is a little bit of a guessing match. Stars, or more specifically, Mark Van Arsdale, his offensive coordinator, is pulling his best 6-second play out, whereas Duke wants to hold things the way they are.
Let's take a look at the All-ACC team, and there are a number of Duke Blue Devils, Virginia Cavaliers on it. Including there's some good ones. Those top three, Cassis, Christmas, and Gill. Also Dan Halber. Kuntz is there as well for Virginia. Remember, he got hurt early in this game.
Of course, that's one All-ACC guy down, because looking toward the sidelines, his cast is off his hand and his knee brace is off. I'm not a doctor, but I would certainly guess that we have seen the last of Mark Kuntz this afternoon.
Jim, can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, bad news for Virginia, guys. Mark Kuntz will not be returning. They've got that left knee wrapped up real big, iced down. They're going to look at it again when they get back to Charlottesville, so it doesn't look serious enough to take him to the hospital now. Mark Kuntz is out for the rest of the game.
That is a blow for Virginia. And that will be the end of the first quarter, with Virginia leading 5-4.
Remember, when we return here, Mike, that Virginia will be a man up. There's still some time left on that penalty, and it carries over. There will not be a face-off here now. The ball will start in the stick of the University of Virginia.
9 goals scored in the first quarter. Virginia has 5 of them. They lead Duke by 1. It's the ACC Men's Lacrosse Championships from Durham.
How much time?
There's a place where the flatbread is always soft, the lettuce always crisp, and the chicken always grilled to perfection. That place is inside a Chick-fil-A Cool Wrap. Grilled to... So try all 3 Cool Wraps: Chicken Garden, Chicken Caesar, and Spicy Chicken. Cool Wraps from Chick-fil-A.
It's tough not having a car. With immediate claim service, Geico gets you back on the road fast. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
There are times when only the big taste of Crystal will do. Like Crystal Pups. Try them plain with zesty chili and cheese, or a delicious corn pup, starting at just 59 cents. Crystal. Little food, big taste.
Play has resumed. They have switched ends, and there's still a few seconds left.
11 seconds, Mike. 11 seconds to be specific. Virginia in a 2-3-1 set. We're counting from behind the cage. Courageous play, 41 on Duke's part. My golly, he swallowed that shot.
Bill Garish, the sophomore from Chevy Chase, Maryland.
He swallowed that shot. A.J. Shannon is hardest shooter as there is in Division I lacrosse. Look at this. Wow. And no protection. Possession to the Devils with 3 seconds left on the penalty.
Well, let's take a look at our first quarter statistics. Shots. Duke outshot Virginia 10-6.
Look at that ground ball number, too. That's always a great indicator. 13 ground balls. You're getting down in the dirt. You're getting down and playing the dirty, aggressive game, and the Devils are getting extra possessions. I think the key, Mike, is they've got to slow. This can't be a 20-18 game. Duke will not be on top. I think that they've settled down defensively after a terribly rocky start.
We're in the opening seconds of the second quarter. And Virginia scoring 4 quick goals. But as you said, Duke has seemed to settle down just a bit. Let's go back down to Jim.
Mike, Coach touched upon it earlier. This is one heck of a matchup between Duke's All-ACC defenseman Dan Halbert, number 45, and Virginia attackman Connor Gill. These two have already been going at it. And, Coach, you talked about how patient Connor Gill is. Mike Presley, the Duke head coach, is trying to get Halbert to be just as patient. Not easy to do, however, but Halbert's really stood in there so far.
Good. Great point, Jimmy. 3 seconds. We're even. We're even. We're all even right now. Danny Halbert works so darn hard on defense, and then that's got to be frustrating that loses that pass out of bounds. So you're going to have to work harder on defense again here.
So possession will go to the Virginia Cavaliers.
We're all even, Mike.
Both teams with a full complement of players back on the field. Here's Rotelli.
Good check.
And boy, a good play by Duke's John Inberg. Now down the other way, it is Taylor Ray. And both coaches continue to shuttle players in and out with all this heat. Kevin Cassis is back on. Matt Monfett, who runs on the field. Try to go for the Duke attack here. Monfett.
Shot didn't get the cage. Trey Whitty.
Trey Whitty with great defense. Here come the Cavaliers. Whitty is number 15. See that long stick.
Now the Virginia offense will hesitate a second so there can be a substitution. Get your defensive unit off the field.
Connor Gill and Halbert really going at it. Christmas.
He's too close. He's in the crease, Mike. We're going the other way. On all or nothing move. You got to put that in the back of the net before you step into the crease, or that's a turnover. We see it right here. That's sort of a rookie mistake, and he pays a price inside there. He'll remember that to say it the next time he goes into that area. Easy clear for the Devils.
Would you call that a Christmas sandwich? Christmas, a freshman from Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Cassis, and the pace of this game has, at least the scoring part of it, has slowed down a bit from the early moments of the game.
Definitely to Duke's advantage to play the game this way. They have to play the game this way to be successful. Another size matchup here.
Well, you see the size on Terrence Keeney. 6'5", he is huge. Kevin Brennan now, number 40, and Duke showing lots of patience offensively. Brennan, an attacker.
A quick look inside.
And quickly on the attack is the Virginia Cavalier offense.
You have to like the speed with which Duke clears their defensive zone. You know, it's up off the ground and cleared with no hesitation. A little invert here on Virginia's part.
That's Moeller, 23.
Against Keeney, a bigger, stronger athlete. That'll be interesting to watch.
Moeller might be a little bit quicker. This is Moeller, and really had nowhere
nice
to
stick.
go.
Dan Halbert, nice stick to put that ball on the ground. Deflected that ball.
And Inberg chases after it. John Inberg, the senior from Durham.
Danny Halbert with his stick in the passing lane. Puts that ball on the ground, and Duke Hustle creates an extra possession.
We're in the second quarter. 5-4, Virginia leads Duke.
Early on here in the second quarter, the two Virginia freshman phenoms on attack. Christmas and Yavoli have been strangely silent after good efforts Friday night.
Ferrari to Hauber. Now ahead it goes to Andrew Davidson, number 29. This is Reagan who scored one of the goals for Duke today.
Active poke check on the part of the Virginia defense.
Brennan being checked by Ned Bowen. Brennan's shot hit the pipe.
Great hustle on the part of Trey Whitty. The closest guy to the sideline when and where the ball went out of bounds. Possession, Virginia.
There is an out of bounds in the men's game, and when we watched the game earlier this afternoon, the women's contest, that rule was a little bit different.
Good point, Mike. This is Virginia's top line.
And that includes Connor Gill. Connor Gill in the attack.
Look to the backside. That's the young freshman Yavoli. The ball's in the back of the net, or side of the net, to be more specific.
Yavoli, who played so well on Friday, his first shot today.
I got to think Mike Presser's fired up about the jeepers.
Sounds just like a coach, Dick.
Running too close to the sideline. Good golly. And then a heads-up play on the Virginia players just to tap him a little bit and get him outside that sideline.
Now for Virginia, it is Brett Hughes.
Oh,
and
wow.
what a play by Duke's Matt Rukowski. Rukowski, number 22, and Hughes comes right back. Boy, you don't think they haven't turned it up a little bit with this championship on the line. Devin Ray is number 25.
Nice ride by the freshman from Bethpage. Heads up play. And then, of course, Hughes prevented an unsettled goal. It's Ben Fenton who had an assist in the first period for us, Mike.
Fenton just came on the field. Virginia has the top 3 goal scorers in the ACC, and none of them have scored yet.
I would think Coach Presser's got to feel good about his matchups. A couple sloppy Virginia goals early. His defense has got the confidence about him right now.
Taylor Ray is number 44, a junior from Edmond, Alberta, Canada.
And Nathan Kenny, a battle of 44s.
Now for Duke, Dan Doty scored a goal.
Mike, I think this is the kind of possession Duke wants and lives by.
A lot of patience.
Save Tillman Johnson.
Nice shot by Terrence Keeney. Just went off the pipe.
Second consecutive time that Virginia's won the race to the sideline.
Watch Keeney's shot.
Nice save, Tillman. Offside. And then Virginia hustling to the line to gain the possession.
Number 18 you saw there was Ned Bowen and Tillman Johnson. Way out of the nets for Virginia. Under 8 minutes now to play before halftime. And there's been no scoring here in the second quarter. Until right now. Christmas with a nice move for the Cavaliers.
Actually, Joe, you've always sets this up. Johnny makes an outside, Johnny Christmas makes a move toward the sideline and makes the backdoor cut. Here it is. Yavoli with his head upfield, watching his freshman mate make the backdoor cut. And defender on his back. John doesn't hesitate. Johnny Christmas sticks it. Big goal for the Hoos.
21st of the season for the freshman, Johnny Christmas, from Ardmore, Pennsylvania. And Virginia's now up 6-4. And on the attack once again.
That's a pass.
And it just missed its mark.
Connor Gill with a backdoor look to Johnny Christmas again. They missed the connection. Possession to Duke. So many weapons in the white shirts. So many. Watch this defense. 34 here. Disconcerting Johnny Christmas on the pass. Paul Jepson does his job.
Duke still has 2 more shots on goal than does Virginia. Here's Hauber. Nice pass downfield to Taylor Ray. And again, we'll see the Duke patience. Keeney is 43. And Virginia seems content to just sit back a little bit.
Keeney going to try and take advantage of the size mismatch. Boy, is he bowling his way to the goal or what?
Look at how he uses his size and physical
great look.
strength. Leeske is there. What a pass to Alex Leeske. The senior scores, and Duke draws within 1 at 6-5.
1, 2, 3, Mike. Yeah, Keeney with the miss, begins it with the mismatch over on the wing. Goes out top to Kevin Brennan. We got a great look at it here. Keeney, look at this dodge. It's called a bull dodge. You can see why. Draws the slide up to Kevin Brennan, and then he's got the great eyes inside there to Leeske, and he does his job. The attackmen are their lot in life is to put that ball in the back of the net, and Alex did it well.
Leeske now with 5 multi-goal games on the season.
Wow.
And after being down 4-1, it's now 6-5.
Look out here. Nice ground ball, Joe Yavoli coming off that restraining line.
Yavoli up with it. To Connor Gill. Out it goes to Jared Little. And Virginia's offense has been a little bit silent.
Alternate midfield line. Give that first group a blow here.
It gets so hot and steamy, and it's almost like one line runs off and runs up and down the field 1 or 2 times. The next line comes on.
It's a long game, Mike.
Here's Connor Gill.
Classical matchup here. Oh, nice job, Danny Hauber.
What a great job by Hauber, who is marking Gill every step of the way. Connor Gill, and it's a save by A.J. Kinsell.
What a fun matchup to watch.
Now,
that wasn't fun.
The turnover gives it back to Virginia and Nathan Kenny.
It's got to be so frustrating for Coach Pressler. You know, you play as good a defense as you can play against maybe as good an attackman as there is in the game, and then turn it over on the clear. This is Johnny Christmas, a little bit of an overmatch for him.
Brendan Moeller now for Virginia, number 23. Moeller with a shot. And a nice save again by Kinsell.
Brendan Moeller, short pole defensive midfielder early in his career, has really developed his offensive skills and now contributes on both ends of the field. Stoppage in play here for a second.
Leeske. Out it comes to Michael Sadishar. Now Reagan, who has a goal today.
This is huge for Duke, Mike. I don't think they've been even since 0-0.
A goal by Duke would even the score. Shamani, and it hit the pipe. Reagan,
Great
he
shot.
scores. Jimmy Regan has scored again. His second of the day.
That's 2 great shots. Danny Shamati hits the top pipe square. And then Jimmy Regan is right in the right spot for the rebound. No hesitation on his part in sticking it home. Probably the second best shot of that sequence. Shamati hits the top pipe squarely.
And even more important, we're all tied now at 6, and what a momentum builder this has to be for Duke.
Here's a quick look. Watch this shot. Wow. Right off the bar. Just a heads-up play, Jimmy Regan. Great look at Tillman's reaction there.
Tillman Johnson, the goalie for Virginia.
For a team that struggled with the faceoff, that was a key effort on Virginia's part. Keyed by Jack DeVilliers. Oh, here's a great ride, Kevin Brennan.
We've seen several players slip now on this field.
Coming on.
The intensity starting to pick up here in the closing minutes of the first half.
3-on-1.
Here's Kevin Brennan. And what a great defensive play by Berman, David Berman. Now Liskey can't get it.
Great ride, Alex. Tillman Johnson loses the ball on the end line. Hey, look at the effort here. 3-on-1. David Berman gets his stick in the passing lane and deflects it. Super effort. Berman again gets a stick on the ball.
And the Duke offense going back at it again. Number 43
I like this matchup again. He's a size matchup, mismatch with anybody.
Here's Keeney.
Ooh.
High and wide. Terrence Keeney definitely a factor with that size. Let's go down to Jim Noble. Jim?
Mike, you guys touched upon shot selection before. Duke is being told to go low on Tillman Johnson. Remember in the semifinal, especially, Coach, when Carolina seemed to throw everything right into the stick of Tillman Johnson, Duke is being told to go low, bounce everything. It worked earlier in the first quarter, and they've gotten away from it lately.
Jimmy, they better put that back into their game plan quickly.
Out front with it for the Cavaliers, A.J. Shannon, number 8.
It's a great matchup.
Shannon and Cassis.
Two fine athletes.
And look at Shannon's fade. What a shot!
That's a little disappointing for Mike Pressler because A.J. Shannon, is more or less a one-handed player. He's got a wonderful left hand, and I think Kevin lost sight of that fact. He goes over to perhaps overplay the right hand, and he comes back and sticks it with his strong hand.
And the goal by A.J. Shannon gives Virginia the lead back now at 7-6. Shannon, the junior from Whitby, Ontario, Canada.
A long way from Charlottesville.
Absolutely, but what an important part of this team he has become.
This is where the games are won, Mike, on ground ball play. Possession Duke.
Under 2 minutes now to play first half.
For as aggressive as these two teams are and how hard they're playing, the game's been remarkably free of penalty action. I think there's only been one.
Well, Hauber, one of the long sticks for Duke, clears it out, but watch out. For Virginia, there is Joe Lavoli. Seems to be everywhere for them.
These Duke clears are becoming an adventure at times. I don't. It's supposed to be a little bit easier than that.
Reagan to Rukowski. Now Dan Shamati with 1:20 to play first half. Duke down 1. On the left side, Reagan. Here's Liskey. Good movement by Duke. Reagan's shot saved by Johnson. Now Leeske. Again, Johnson is there with a save.
That's his best save of the game, but without question.
What a play for the Virginia goalie, Tillman Johnson.
Johnson's caught out of the cage. He's got to sprint back into position, find the shooter, and make the save, and he did. Far and away the best save of the game on either end of the field.
Reagan.
We're under a minute.
Yes. Leeske behind the cage. Nice feed to Reagan. His shot.
Hey, Jimmy Noble, we got to put you on the coaching staff down there for crying out loud. That ball goes on the ground. That bounce shot's been effective again.
He went low. Reagan did.
They got to listen to you, Jimmy.
Hey, and that Jimmy Reagan got his third goal of the half.
Here it is,
Coach.
Here it is. Put it down low. All three bounce shots effectively have been effective from the outside. Great confidence booster for Duke as we near the end of the first half.
Boy, Reagan has been a major factor in this championship battle. Now all tied at 7. The face-off. Ray and Sullivan.
Oh.
Here comes Virginia. Lee Scandalaris. Shot and scored. Yavoli is there. First goal of the day for Joe Yavoli, the sophomore from New York State.
Hey, Duke had some opportunities up here on the face-off, Mike, to gain possession, and Virginia wins the ground ball war up here at the midline, and then their team speed creates the unsettled situation, and Joe Yavoli puts it in the back of the net. Great look. Scandalaris, great look.
I'll tell you what, Coach, we've got a great game going here.
17 seconds. Oh, wow.
A lot of scoring, and here comes for the Cavaliers, De Villiers. And a good play by Kinsell.
Just a couple seconds to play.
First half is winding down.
And take that shot.
No shot coming.
Didn't like to see it. He wasn't aware how much time was left on the clock. Got a free shot, go ahead and take it.
Yeah, Andrew Davidson had it, didn't take the shot. And the first half has drawn to a close here at Koskinen Stadium. It's the ACC Men's Lacrosse Championship. And there is some kind of foul.
We got a 1 minute. We got a 1 minute infraction.
Right at the end of the half, a 1 minute infraction.
I can't tell who it's on, but we'll get it for you in a moment here.
And before we do that, let's go down to Jim Noble.
Mike, thank you. I'm here with Virginia head coach Tom Starsia. I want to ask you if this game is being played at the pace you wanted before the game started. You're up by 1, 8-7 going into halftime.
I don't mind the pace of the game so much. I'd like us to play a little bit better. I haven't seen us put together. We seem like we're afraid to put together 2 or 3 passes at the offensive end. We seem very rushed. I'd say overall we're playing like we're a little bit afraid to lose rather than we're playing to win.
I know you guys have a mess of very capable defensemen, but the loss of Mark Kuntz, what does that do to you?
I think you see it mostly in the unsettled game, the ground ball game and stuff. I'd like to see us get the ball up out of our end a little bit better. The guys that are out there are capable of doing it, but that's certainly where Mark gave us our biggest boost.
Coach, thank you. Good luck in the second half. Mike?
All right, and Coach Starsia's Virginia Cavaliers are up 8-7. We'll explain that penalty at the end of the half to you when we come back to Durham.
Tonight on your Southern Sports Report.
Basically, life as I knew it would have been no more.
He overcame a career-threatening injury and is now a surprise stud in the Braves bullpen. We'll have his amazing story. Plus,
there are a lot more distractions for these young men than there are for the pro athlete.
Chan Gailey reveals the truth about his transition to college football. Your team, your town, your show. The Southern Sports Report. Tonight after the Braves game.
Food Lion's MVP card. How do they put so much savings into such a little card?
You save a lot of money with MVP, especially it's like sometimes you shop, it's just like getting buy one, get one free.
It saves you money by using. You look for the products and you get cents off, and that adds up.
You know, when you check out, you know, you get lots of money.
Snickers, I notice you have your MVP card. Can you name another store that has more ways to save than Food Lion? I know, it's a tough one.
Bob, would you return stuff?
I'd like to return Montreal.
But you got a receipt or anything?
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, no. Hey, did I leave the receipt in the car? No. Well, can I exchange him for something?
I got a Bronx Little Leaguer.
How old is he? 11.
11.
Comedy and commentary highlights the best damn sports show, period.
Every Sunday, before they start their engines, it's NASCAR This Morning.
Fasten your seatbelts. Look at him go. Doesn't get any better than this.
It's the show that takes you inside the world of NASCAR for all the breaking stories on or off the track.
That is absolutely outstanding. It's almost frightening.
Don't miss the best pre-race party this side of Talladega.
It's absolutely wild.
NASCAR This Morning, Sundays on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to Durham. Virginia and Duke in a great game here to decide the 2002 men's lacrosse champion. They lead 8-7. And we heard Jim Noble tell us that Duke wanted to go low, and they did, and it was very successful, Coach.
Look how, if they follow the game plan and do what they're coached to do, it looks pretty easy, doesn't it, Mike? Great finish, Jimmy Regan.
And it was Regan with 3 goals in the first half to lead Duke. The Blue Devils, underdogs to Virginia, trail by 1, 8-7. We're at halftime in Durham.
Tonight on your Southern Sports Report,
Basically, life as I knew it would have been no more.
he overcame a career-threatening injury and is now a surprise stud in the Braves bullpen. We'll have his amazing story. Plus,
There are a lot more distractions for these young men than there are for the pro athlete.
Chan Gailey reveals the truth about his transition to college football. Your team, your town, your show. The Southern Sports Report. Tonight after the Braves game.
Bob, would you return stuff?
I'd like to return Montreal.
But you got a receipt or anything?
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, no. Hey, did I leave the receipt in the car? No. Well, can I exchange him for something?
I got a Bronx Little Leaguer.
How old is he? 11.
11.
Comedy and commentary highlights the best damn sports show, period.
Every move, every story, every weeknight.
Did you see that? That's a classic. Oh, you believe that?
This is Totally NASCAR.
This is Fox Sports Net.
Your exclusive destination for all that is NASCAR. Totally NASCAR. Weeknights.
8-7, Virginia leads Duke. 1 year ago, it was Duke and Maryland in this championship game. And the coach of the Maryland at that time was the man who's been sitting beside me in the broadcast booth today, Dick Adell, who certainly left one great impact on the University of Maryland and ACC lacrosse.
Turn me up. Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has found they've got their own kind of sound. So let it out. You've got your own kind of groove. Maybe you can't see it's your move. Gotta take that lead. You can't lose. So shout it out. Ba, 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 ba. With that joy of Pepsi. Oh, Pepsi. For those who think young.
The letters ACC combine to form a powerful symbol, representing the enduring pursuit of excellence. The Atlantic Coast Conference, hand in hand with its official corporate partners, continues to support the community outreach effort, which brings the ACC experience into the classrooms of thousands of middle school students. The ACC and its official corporate partners, making the dreams of tomorrow's champions a reality.
Do-it-yourselfers looking for the right tools can find them at the Dodge Spring Cleanup event, where you can clean up with great products, great protection, and great values, including 7-year, 100,000-mile engine and transmission protection. Plus your choice of up to $2,500 cash allowance or 0% financing. The Dodge Spring Cleanup event. Ford, GM, Honda, and Toyota don't match it.
Nothing gets it done like a Dodge.
Now for the backyard.
He was the face, the voice, the very heart and soul of Maryland lacrosse. Known simply and affectionately as Big Man, Dick Adele is the ACC's all-time winningest lacrosse coach. When he stepped down last season after nearly 2 decades at the helm for the Terps, Big Man left some big shoes to fill. That job has fallen to longtime Loyola coach Dave Cottle, who this season has managed to embrace both the future and the past.
When you take over a program, usually it's because it's been broken. And I had the unfortunate opportunity to take over a program from a great coach and a great man. And he left it in very good shape. He did a tremendous job recruiting and tremendous organization, tremendous coaching staff. We've retained his coaches too. And I've been very lucky to follow in his footsteps, I'll tell you that.
Hard as it is stepping from the shadow of a legend, it is perhaps more difficult stepping away from a lifelong passion.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, for me, it's, it was a labor of love for the last 34 years. I've had the good fortune of being in some wonderful places and working with some wonderful kids, and that's what you really miss. Just the relationship you had on a daily basis with the kids that you coach and the coaches that you coached with, and the people that made up the athletic department. That's hard. It really is hard. You spend 18 years of your life at a place. It doesn't end, when you're no longer on the sidelines. I'll always be a Terp. It was a major part of our being, for nearly 2 decades, and I hope it's still a major part, certainly not to the same extent that it was before, but I'll always be close to this program.
Now that I'm here and taking over his program for a short while, the only thing I don't want to do is screw it up for him. His situation, he left some big shoes to fill, and hopefully the coaching staff, we can all put our feet together to try to put him in there.
It is as bittersweet as it is inevitable, this passing of the torch. And when the time comes, Dave Cottle will remember the reluctance and hope with which the torch was passed to him.
When he left it was better than when he came, and hopefully I can do the same.
And as you have heard today, we have all benefited from his retirement from the field here on this broadcast today. I'd ask you how you like TV work so far.
When you get to work with a guy like you, you make it easy. It's a lot of fun. You can't lose up here, Mike. Down there, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. Bob Missett, I died with the kids Friday night when they lost in sudden death. There's still that entire group I feel close with, and felt for them then, and I just wish them well over the rest of the season.
And it's that passion that is what has made you successful on the field, and I can tell you this has made you successful today up here in the broadcast booth. We'll be back with more halftime. It's the ACC Men's Championship. They're the Duke Blue Devils. They trail by 1, 8-7.
Thanks, buddy.
Use your minutes across the nation with a national freedom plan from Alltel. Alltel, are you connected?
Woo woo! We're gonna give you a little look at our backside. 0, 0, 0. Okay, wow, that is pure nothing. Now, if you're starving for some delicious fat or something, I wouldn't recommend Aquafina, no. But if you're thirsting for something, to make you not thirsty, this is the most mouth-watering water you can find.
Aquafina. So pure, we promise nothing.
Great. We're not going to let you look at our backside anymore.
Bob, to return status.
I'd like to return Montreal.
But you got a receipt or anything?
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, no. Hey, did I leave the receipt in the car? No, I didn't see it. Well, can I exchange him for something?
I got a bronze little leaguer.
How old is he?
11. 11.
Copy and commentary highlights the best damn sports show, period.
The last word, Jim Rome.
Oh no, here we go again. Electrifying, gravity-defying, mesmerizing.
This program to bring you a whole new way to think about sports talk.
Oh wait, there's more. Things are heating up. A lot of smack, a lot of controversy.
Here we go.
Welcome to the jungle. I am all over this. I am all over that.
The last word, reinventing sports talk as you know it. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to the ACC Men's Lacrosse Championship. Jim Noble, Mike Hodwood, Dick Adele joining you from Durham, North Carolina. At this time, before we get back to the second half action, want to recognize Tony Cullen, a longtime player and coach at Duke University and a referee for many years after that. Tony not doing too well health-wise right now, but just moments ago, in a very, very moving halftime ceremony, Tony was recognized for his years of contributions to ACC lacrosse. And Coach, as we throw it upstairs, I know you've known Tony for a long, long time. And second, everybody's thoughts here today.
Without doubt, Jimmy, Tony's fighting a courageous battle against a very serious illness, and all his friends and join me in wishing him all the best.
All right. We wish him well, Tony Cullen. And we'll be back with the start of the second half between Virginia and Duke in a moment.
There's a place where the flatbread is always soft, the lettuce always crisp, and the chicken always grilled to perfection. That place is inside a Chick-fil-A Cool Wrap. Grilled to... So try all three Cool Wraps. Chicken Garden, Chicken Caesar, and Spicy Chicken. Cool Wraps from Chick-fil-A.
Ho passato 12 anni all'istituto culinario. Ho vinto pasta dell'anno 9-5, 9-6 e 9-7. Per niente, perché tutti vanno al tanto certo, Piccarilli. E mia moglie va da Piccarilli. È il suo posto preferito per oggi. Chi è questo tipo? Piccarilli! Abbiamo qualche discussione da fare!
Come in on Delicious Dessert Wednesday and choose from our incredible variety of desserts. They're only 79 cents each. Piccadilly. Everybody's got a favorite. What's yours?
Tutti vanno al certo, Piccarilli!
Tonight on your Southern Sports Report.
Basically, life as I knew it would have been no more.
He overcame a career-threatening injury and is now a surprise stud in the Braves bullpen. We'll have his amazing story. Plus,
there are a lot more distractions for these young men than there are for the pro athlete.
Chan Gailey reveals the truth about his transition to college football. Your team, your town, your show. The Southern Sports Report. Tonight after the Braves game.
Ready to start the second half. Virginia on top. Here are the halftime stats. How do you make of it, Coach?
Duke an advantage almost across the board, except for the clears, and it was costly for him. Those couple missed clears. Have to be aware of the fact that there was a foul in Virginia just as the half ended, Mike, and Duke will be up for a full minute. A slash on Johnny Christmas.
Right, so I see him on the sidelines, and that is not a very Merry Christmas.
You
Matter
said
of fact,
that. You said that, not me.
It's a blue Christmas over there. Okay, I got that out of the way. Today, the save by Tillman Johnson. Jiminy Christmas. Somebody was helping me. Oh, my. Okay.
A little disappointing, I think, for Mike Prester. Great chance with a 60-second man-up situation to be stuffed there on the first thrust. They may regret that 30 minutes from now.
Christmas getting ready to come back in just a couple of seconds.
Becomes an insignificant penalty now, Mike.
Yeah, he's back on the field. So Virginia at full strength now. And advantage goes away in the Cavaliers on the attack. Here's Yavoli. He had a goal in the first half.
Chris Rotelli.
Played a fine game today. A.J. Shannon called his name a lot. Cassis is marking him.
Watch a heavy overplay on the left hand there.
Here's Gladding.
Great
Scored
save.
the first 2 goals of the game.
Great save, A.J.
A.J. Kinsell in goal.
Look upfield. We're unsettled here. We still are unsettled. Possible 4-on-3.
Shamati, number 15.
Billy Glading hustling back into the hole to prevent any problem there.
Leeske had a great first half for Duke. Now it comes to Sadisher. Regan, 3 goals. He only had 2 goals on the season coming in. He's number 10.
Oh.
Shot, scored, Dan Shamati.
And he now has an assist, for crying out loud.
A nice assist from Jimmy Regan. And Dan Shamati gets the goal to tie it up at 8.
Great look. You know, the defense a little bit more aware of Jimmy Regan with a first half hat trick, and we'll see him here. They respond to him, a quick slide, and a great look out front.
That's Shamati's 11th goal on the season.
And we're all even, buddy.
Yes, sir. What a game. If you were with us earlier today, North Carolina won the women's championship 11-10 over Maryland in a great finish. Looks like we're going to have a great second half to this battle.
Johnny Wendling with a big ground ball to get a possession for Duke. You sort of feel, you know, Duke hasn't been on top all day, Mike. What a confidence boost it would be for the Devils to put themselves up one.
And trailed by as many as 3 goals. They've outshot Virginia now 24-18. Duke, Lee Scandalaris. He's number 27. Dan Doty has scored a goal today, his first of the season.
Slowed the pace down here a little bit. Attacking the short. A little slow on the backup. Shot and a great backup by the Devils.
If you're just joining us late, the All-ACC defenseman for Virginia, Mark Kuntz, will not play this second half. He re-injured a knee early in this game and is lost for the rest of the day. And Virginia hopes to have him in the NCAA tournament.
Duke remains in an inverted posture here with both middies behind the cage. Scandalaris with a backdoor look, but there are too many Virginia sticks in the passing lane. Lost possession.
Here comes Connor, or rather, no, that is number 44, not 14. That is Nathan Kenny.
Double team.
Kenny.
Oh, heads up double team on the part of the Duke defense.
Fenton and Imberg are there. That is Imberg, 46. Ahead it goes to Taylor Ray, 44. Duke has never led in this game.
Heads up play on the Duke defensive part. They catch Nathan Kenny as a young freshman, and the double team, close on him over on the sideline. It's an extra possession for the Blue Devils.
And both coaches continuing to run players on and off the field on this hot afternoon here in Durham.
A lot of offensive power on the field right now. Terrence Keeney with the ball.
We talked about it in the first half, what an advantage his size is.
Hard to match up with him.
Cassis been kind of silent today on the offensive end. Leeske.
Good check.
And good play, as you said.
Nicely done, David
defense.
Berman.
And Virginia continues to come down the field on the attack. A.J. Shannon is back in. He is number 8. It is Shannon trying to get it going offensively. Now to Glading, also back on the field.
Number 1 line, Mike. Here's your invert again. They're doing it on both ends of the field here. Billy Glading had the first 2 goals of the game. He's been silent since.
Glading behind the cage. Kevin Brennan doing a nice job of marking him there. Nowhere really for Glading to go at this point. Glading tried to make something happen and his shot was wide.
Very, very little angle there to get to cage if the goalie's in the proper position, which he was.
Almost a frustration shot on the part of Glading.
But if the ball goes out on the sideline, Here's a quick look at it. There's very little to shoot at here for Billy, but the shot's properly backed up, and it's a chance for both teams to sub and get the personnel on the field that they want. Remember, Shannon with the ball here right now is a predominantly left-handed player, and I'm sure the Duke scouts have warned their defensive personnel.
Shannon made a great left-handed move earlier in this game.
Another quick slide, Paul Jepson. Beautifully played.
Jepson is number 34 for Duke. Dan Halber is there as well. He's played a fine game defensively.
Great check up here by David Berman. And he's drawn a penalty. Flag down. We got a slash coming on Duke. This is a slow whistle. Delayed penalty call.
Gill with the shot, and there's the whistle.
I think it's kept. Here's a good look at it. Kevin Brennan coming up on the check. Oh, wow. Easy call to make. David Berman does a nice job on the loose ball. You know, Berman is a product of that Landon School program over in Bethesda, Maryland. It's arguably the #1 men's team in high school lacrosse.
There's number 40, Kevin Brennan, the junior from Farmingdale, New York.
For up to a minute here now, Virginia.
Man advantage, Cavaliers. Can they do something with it? Christmas. This is Connor Gill out top. Fratelli has played well.
Sort of a 3-3 set.
Shot and a save by A.J. Kinsell.
A great look inside there to Jarrett Little. And A.J. comes up big. Off. Oh, wow.
And it'll belong to Duke.
Off the foot of a Virginia player right over here on the sidelines. I think there's still another 30-plus seconds here that Duke will be down a man. But remember, Mike, they scored once down a man. So might be a threatening position for them.
In this game, anything can happen. The speed of this game, just phenomenal.
Now he had enough people back. Crowd calling for an offside. That was a correct no call. Now Duke here is simply running off the rest of the penalty of Kevin Brennan's penalty time.
And they're doing it with Taylor Ray, number 44.
Got to be careful. And remember that double team in the first half resulted in a Duke goal, short a man.
Leski is there, number 3. Here's Taylor Ray.
Lots of push.
Wow, boy, is it getting physical. Cassis.
We're all even, Mike. Penalty killed.
Brennan is back on the field.
You saw an obvious push there on Virginia. The official, by raising his arm, indicated that he saw the foul, but didn't call it because it would penalize Duke in that situation.
Midway through the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
Not a good play at all for Duke's Matt Rukowski. Brett Hughes is there.
Oh.
And fortunate for Duke,
hey,
Hardacre picks it up.
A bad play and then a good play. Now, he didn't give up on it.
And Cassis and Terrence Keeney will try to get things going again as Keeney now on the wing, number 43. Get Keeney, there's a shot and a save by Virginia's Tillman Johnson. 26th shot of the game for Duke.
We got a 5-on-4, Mike.
Christmas, a great pass to Yavoli. Give the assist to Christmas, the goal to Yavoli, his second of the day, and Virginia retakes the lead at 9-8.
Great heads-up play. We got an unsettled situation. Virginia sizes up the fact. Watch this ball movement. 5-on-4. The Christmas inside. You know that's what a coach loves to see. Open man the ball, get the ball in the. Irregardless, it's a Virginia goal. It's a team goal, irregardless of who puts it in. And that time was Joey Yavoli.
Now the face-off, Devin Ray.
And DeVilliers.
And DeVilliers was there. You see his number. It was over DeVilliers.
Again,
the primary face-off person for Virginia.
Michael, if it stays close, that Duke advantage on the faceoffs could be important here in the latter minutes of the game. Oh, wow.
Nice move by number 15, Dan Shamati. Wasn't able to get the shot to go. One player we haven't heard a lot about today is Kevin Cassis. We've talked a lot about him earlier, and he's really been silent.
I think sometimes, you know, when you got a guy like Kevin, you ask him, he takes so many of the faceoffs, he runs on the first midfield line, he may even play extra man offense. You ask so much of him, you know, on a hot and humid day. Great save.
And another save, and you notice how those shots were high, and as Jim Noble told us, what the coach wants is to go low.
Another potential unsettled situation. Slow on the matchups.
And unable to get it to go is Brendan Moeller.
Duke a little slow on that substitution.
Did you notice how he went low there, but shot was wide of the cage.
We're unsettled here. Look at this. This is a potential 6-on-3.
Running down with it for Duke is John Windling.
Oh, great look.
And a bad pass, and Gladding is there for Virginia.
That's today's hero, Jimmy Regan, that couldn't bring that one down with 3 goals and an assist. He would have had a great look at number 4.
Here's Rotelli.
Connor Gill.
Connor Gill, like he slipped trying to spin. A lot of intensity in this championship battle. Leeske trying to chase it down, but David Berman prevents him to get to it.
Boy, you gotta respect the job that Danny Hauber's doing down here on the defensive end against Connor Gill. 2-time All-American, most valuable player freshman year in the NCAA championship game. It's
Leeske trying to chase it down, but David Berman prevents him to get to it.
Boy, you gotta respect the job that Danny Hauber's doing down here on the defensive end against Connor Gill. 2-time All-American, most valuable player freshman year in the NCAA championship game. It's been a great matchup to watch.
Again, with this game winding down in the third quarter, player stays on the field or even shorter now. Matt Monfett. Leeske, and they'll set it again with Dan Doty. Monfett is number 18 on the right wing. Here's Leeske's shot.
Moeller in the unsettled.
And Virginia quickly the other way. Now they'll pull it out. How do you get something going? Here's Moeller. How about that? They looked like they were going to run a patient offense. John Enberg came on, Moeller felt him, and then took it straight to the cage.
Just a heartbreaking goal on the Duke sideline. You know, they have the 6 defensive players on the field, but there's really a breakdown in communication. He leaves Moeller wide open, and of course Brendan finishes the shot off. Very alert play on the part of Brendan Moeller. Not a very alert play on the part of the Duke team defense.
And important for the Cavaliers, that goal now a 2-goal working margin at 10-8.
Great face-off.
Cassis. On the face-off. There is a flag.
It's in the goal. It's in the goal.
And we were talking about Cassis. Where has he been all day? Well, he says, okay, it's my time now.
We can show you this goal right from the get-go. Kevin Cassis, just a single effort. But again, the ball hits the ground. He recovers it, puts the ball in the back of net, and draws a penalty.
Went through 5 guys. Number 2 in the nation in face-offs. There he is, number 12, Kevin Cassis, the junior from Port Jefferson Station, New York.
Comstock High School. Must have heard you motivating him up here, Mike.
48 career goals.
Remember, we've got a man-up face-off here.
18 on the season.
1 minute penalty on Nathan Kenny. Critical face-off. Oh, wow.
And how about Virginia on that face-off? DeVilliers.
They call a violation on DeVilliers, I think, for touching the ball with his hand. Duke ball up for about 55 seconds.
Here comes Cassis. Let's quickly get down to Jim.
Guys, both coaches are fairly unhappy with the way their teams are clearing the ball. Most of the clears have come off unsettled situations. As you've seen, both coaches, Mike Pressler and Dom Sarge, are trying to get their guys to be more patient clearing. Of course, all you have to do is have Brendan Moeller, Kevin Cassis roll down the field, and that'll solve that problem.
And how about Dan Chamati?
Dan Chamati from Alex Liskey. Great look. Over the top. Stick-to-stick pass. The shooter didn't even have to move his stick to receive the pass. A perfect, here it is. Liskey, a perfect feed. Chamati cocks and puts the ball on the ground.
You related this sport to basketball. Liskey at times reminds me of a point guard. Knows where everybody is.
Very good analogy, Mike.
10-10. We're even. And Virginia's got it. Steve Holmes, number 7. Under 3 minutes now to play in this third quarter.
You sense Duke has fought back time and time again to tie the game. They just can't get that next goal to push them over the hump.
Virginia with its top line on. That means A.J. Shannon.
That's a quick double team. They recovered well.
Shannon beats Devin Ray. And another save by A.J. Kinsell, number 31, the goal for Duke.
Picked up where he left off Friday night, Mike. Unsettled. Great look.
Oh, and Leeski lost his footing. Alex Leeski slipped. But Duke retains possession. This is Monfett, who's running around while
finishing the substitution.
Duke makes some personnel adjustments.
Chamati needs help. He's indicated he'd like to come off and get a blow. Sort of respect that, you know, it's team first. I need help, get me off for a blow.
Second half, Duke has 9 shots, Virginia has 8. And it's all tied at 10. So some fresh legs on. Rukowski is on. Regan is in. Monfett stays on the field.
Oh, nice stick, Trey Whitty.
Rukowski recovers. This is Regan, who had 3 goals in the first half. Monfett, and we're down to about a minute left to play here in this third quarter.
A little different look on the part of Duke. More back in the more traditional offensive set with 2 attackmen behind the cage, as opposed to their invert look.
Regan, nice pass.
Great look.
And the shot by Brennan sails over the pipe.
Pair of Long Island products teaming up well on that look. Over the cage on the shot.
48 seconds now.
Boy, if you're wearing blue here, Mike, you either want to. I want to come in at the quarter 10-10 or up a goal. The last thing I want to do is give Virginia another possession here. Basketball analogy, we want the last shot here.
30 seconds to play in the quarter.
Liskey off the ball.
Leeski, a shot, he scores! Alex Leeski scores again today.
For the first time today, Duke goes on top. Alex makes a heads-up play coming from behind the cage. A beautiful feed, and then a great finish.
What a game Leeski is playing. He has 3 goals and 3 assists. And as you said, with 25 seconds left in the third quarter, he has given Duke an 11-10 advantage over Virginia.
Here's that look. Watch David Berman. Oh, you can't see it there. David Berman sort of cheated upfield, thinking he's going to go the other way. Great move to the ball. We're at 20 seconds now.
Not a lot of time to do something. De Villiers.
Oh, that's Hauber again.
Hauber and Gill really going at it.
Oh.
Under
Good
10
check.
seconds.
Oh, neat effort. Neat effort over there.
Cassis. Boy, great effort to try to get it to Matt Monfort as the third quarter comes to a close. And here on the campus of Duke University, this partisan Blue Devil crowd likes what has happened in the third quarter, and that is that Duke has taken the lead. We're headed to the fourth and final period. The Blue Devils on top of the Cavaliers, 11-10. We'll be back in just a moment.
You have reached a gecko. You probably wanted Geico, which could save you hundreds on car insurance. Don't be embarrassed. Happens all the time. Have a nice day.
Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Still paying too much for car insurance? Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more.
Food Line will rustle you up a roast or ground beef or pretty near any cut you got a hankering for.
They've got a good selection, and I can usually find everything I'm looking for.
We got ribeye, tenderloin, T-bone, New York strip, pork chops, hamburger, any kind of chicken you want, family pack, small pack, sausage, lunch meat, grilling steaks, even turkeys. If I don't have it, I'll cut it. We got it all.
We buy mostly chicken, but also beef, pork chops.
Next time you come to Food Line, why don't you try our pork chops? You'll be living high on the hog.
NASCAR tears into California this weekend on your local Fox station.
On the next Beyond the Glory, Kobe Bryant was destined to be an NBA legend.
Nobody could touch him, nobody could stop him.
But his desire to be the best clashed with his fellow superstar.
He needs to learn how to use everybody else.
And almost brought a franchise to its knees.
You know, they're like worrying about whose team it is.
It's a story of talent and ego. Kobe Bryant, Beyond the Glory, Sunday on Fox Sports Net.
The 2002 ACC Lacrosse Championships are brought to you by Alltel, Aquafina, Chick-fil-A, Food Lion, Geico Direct, and Pepsi. Injured early in this game, All-ACC performer Mark Kuntz.
He's got a stick in his hand, Mike, but it's the wrong one. It's a crutch. It's not a lacrosse stick. 15 minutes left to go. My best defenseman on the sidelines. Obviously an area concerned. His replacement, David Berman, was beaten for that last goal, and the team slide didn't result. I'm sure Dom's a little bit concerned here.
Cassis and De Villiers on the face-off as we set to begin the fourth quarter.
It's a war. That's a flat-out war.
I really think the intensity will start to build here as we get down to it to decide this ACC championship. What a great game it has been so far.
I continue to stress if this thing stays close, with Duke with a lead, their face-off proficiency could be a major, major factor.
Mike Hogwood, Dick Adele, Jim Noble with you. Just under 15 minutes to play to decide the 2002 ACC Lacrosse Championship. Nice pass to Monfort inside, and there's the Virginia defense.
Quick clear, Billy Gladding.
Gladding, who scored the first 2 goals of the game. Now working against Keeney. A.J. Shannon has just come back in. He's got it now as Virginia making some substitutions.
They've got their top line on the field. They've got the personnel they want out there. Gladding, Rotelli, and Shannon.
Here is Rotelli. A
nice
shot and a nice save by Kinsell.
Tremendous form. He's got his stick out, his foot behind his stick. Watch this Virginia ride, though.
Kinsell has made a difference.
And
there it is again.
Open goal. Open goal. AJ, nice reaction in the open field.
And just misses Keeney on that pass.
Michael, there's a long way to go. But if Duke is unsuccessful, one of the problems has been their inability to clear the ball successfully.
Let's take a look at the third quarter stats. Look at the ground balls.
Look at the ground balls. I mean, that's just a heart measurement, and certainly Duke is way up in that category. They got to clear the ball with more efficiency. They can't give these possessions away as easily as they are.
Ahead for Virginia, Leibowitz, number 31. Connor Gill.
This has been a great matchup all day.
Has been all over him all day long. Look at Hauber and Gill. There's a shot by Gill.
Hit the pipe. Duke's closest to the ball here.
Boy, you don't think these two teams won a championship? Did you see him dive for that?
Wow. Hey, you don't become a two-time first-team All-American by giving the ball up here. He's taking the challenge on, off pipe hits it, and then Duke beats him to the sideline over here. Possession Devils, 1-goal lead.
Making the play is Dan Shamati, who has played well today. And how about this guy, number 10, Regan. Haven't talked about Jimmy too much in the second half, but he had 3 first-half goals. Monfett on the right side. Shamati back to Sadisher. Duke content to be patient with the 1-goal lead.
This is Duke Lacrosse, Mike. It's how they got here. It's how they won the ACC championship last year. Shamati with an advantageous matchup. He's short against short. As is Jimmy Regan. Trey Whitty on the double.
This is Regan. Nice move by Regan. Shot, he scored. That's his 4th goal of the game. He came in with only 2 on the season, 4 today. What a story, Jimmy Regan, the senior from Manhasset, New York.
I guess Mike Pressler's got my vote for Coach of the Year. I think this guy comes in, Regan comes in with 2 goals on the season. With 11 minutes and 52 seconds to go, he's got 4 goals and an assist. Maybe none more important than that. Look at the place from that left-handed shot. Off Tillman's left hip, a perfect shot.
I'm sure Pressler's saying, where have you been all year?
Awfully important face-off, they all are. De Villiers on the win. But that's Duke on the ride.
Virginia undefeated, favored to win the national championship. How big of a win would this be for Duke if they can hang on for 11 minutes and 39 seconds?
Hey, only the true believers gave it I don't think a lot of people thought they'd win Friday night, and yet at 5-5 with so many close losses, you know, they're at 5-5 and their playoff lives are staring them in the eyes, and you know they come at the win in the last second or in sudden death on Friday night, and then the Courage are coming back here several times, and now they sit with a 2-goal lead at home.
We talked about Regan. He only had 15 goals in his career now. Here's Connor Gale for Virginia. And again, they can't get it past Kinsell.
I don't think that was Connor's best shot. I'd like to give AJ credit for the save. Connor hit AJ on that shot. Chris Rotelli. Boy, you sort of.
AJ Shannon now on the left side.
Billy Gladding, who started the game with 2 goals.
Virginia needs some offense now. Time not yet a factor. This is Christmas. Christmas, what a move, what a shot.
clown.
Christmas now a multi-goal game. He's got 2.
Hey, Mike, speed kills. Speed kills. He just, Johnny just takes off from what we call X behind the cage, and it's a foot race. See ya. Turns that corner, squares his shoulders, and I'll tell you, watch this. Watch this again. And the neat thing about Johnny, he's not looking at a slide come. He could be crucified there by a defensive slide, and the only thing he's looking at is A.J. Ginsell and putting the ball by him into the back of the net.
And the man he beat is a Ferrari, Michael Ferrari.
Oh, big face-off. De Villiers comes up big a couple times in a row here.
And you kind of sense maybe the momentum's shifting back to Virginia. This is only the 3rd time this year that Duke has had at least 12 goals. So some credit to Duke, but Virginia.
Some credit to Jimmy Regan, huh?
And Jimmy Regan, wow, 4 goals today.
Oh.
And again, another player goes down. Jared Little. Double team. Connor Gill picks it up.
Brendan Moeller.
Moeller, he's got some speed too.
Good decision. He knew he didn't have enough angle. It was a low percentage shot, and he decided against it.
Rivoli. Joe Rivoli, he's going to try to show his speed and get a shot off and can't do it as he was trying to beat Bill Garish, number 41 of Duke.
Amazing to see here, and then you're seeing it with Rakowski and Montfort on one end and Christmas and Yavoli on the other end. They're all freshmen, Mike, and they're going to them at key points in the game. I guess 15, 16 games into the season, you're no longer a freshman.
I would say you're exactly right on that.
Key players on both ends of the field, young kids.
Shot, and again, Kinsella is there. Russo couldn't get it to go. Here comes Ray of Duke. And the Blue Devils will make some substitutions. One of them, Regan, number 10. He's back on.
That's no surprise, Mike.
If you got a guy who's hot, go to him. And that's what Mike Pressler is doing. Shamati is also back on for Duke.
Look for a lengthy possession, trying to find the matchup I want. Terrence Keeney's not out there at this point in time.
Here's Monfort.
Getting a well-deserved rest.
Monfort having a tough time getting around David Berman.
Crowd wants a push call. I think it's a great no call there. Let him play.
Regan over to Satisher. And you're right, Duke is going to be very, very patient here.
And you're also buying some time for your other midfield line to get a quality rest here. Then they bring him in on the fly.
Brennan, nice pass to Regan. Oh, he doesn't get this one to go. Saved by Johnson. Regan had an opportunity.
That he did, Mike.
Rotelli is back on. Connor Gill is there, and there is a flag.
There's too many men on the blue, and they can only have 6 defenders down there. They have 7. They're going to get down for 30 seconds here. Error over here at the substitution box.
Let's go down to Jim Noble. Jim?
Guys, we've seen a lot of players slipping today, and here's a possible reason why. Lacrosse players are notorious for wearing AstroTurf shoes on natural grass surfaces because, frankly, a lot of the fields you play on are kind of burnt out and hard, and the turf shoe works better. But this is really what you need here at Koskinen, this football-type cleat. This grass is so lush and so green. It's probably the nicest field anybody's played on this year, and the players aren't used to it, and they're slipping down.
Good point, Jimmy. I think we've seen more slippage today than we saw Friday night or after the rain. 32nd man up for Virginia.
We'll see if the Cavaliers can make something of it. This is Christmas. Rotelli is number 25. And the shot is scored by A.J. Shannon, the junior from Canada. He's got a multi-goal game.
He's got a left-handed rocket. There's no. Here we see AJ, a left-handed rocket, and actually Danny Halber in that situation sort of stepped out of the way, giving him a clear look to the cage. If Danny had stayed where he was, I doubt that AJ would have shot it because he would have deflected off of it.
Second goal of the day for A.J. Shannon. He's got 1 assist as well.
We're all even.
And guess what? I was going to say, guess what? We are all tied here at 12. 7:24 to be played here in the fourth quarter.
A legal procedure call on the face-off against the University of Virginia, possessing to Duke.
Number 12 for Duke is Kevin Cassis.
Our buddy Keeney back. This is one of 2 lines that have played pretty evenly for the Devils.
Duke had a 2-goal advantage here in this fourth quarter. Here's Leeske.
Actually, their only advantage of the game, Mike. Let's see if they can get it back.
Monfort on the right side. Cassis. This is Keeney, number 43. Good movement by the Devils.
Virginia's in a zone defense. They've changed the look here. Duke has got to be patient. They've got to overlook a side. This is not the typical man-to-man look that they faced earlier.
And we'll see how they attack it. Looking for an opening in that zone. Here's Keeney trying to make a spin move. Keeney, a shot, it's over the cage. Well, Keeney went high with that shot, way high.
There goes that scouting report down the drain again. So Jimmy accurately reported Mike wants him to put that ball on the ground.
Monfort now on the right side.
Someone's had trouble on that bounce shot off the ground turf there.
Cassis.
We're still in a zone. Virginia's still in his own defense.
Leeske, who's really showed his speed today. And there is a shot. It goes wide from Rukowski.
Oh, wow. Fred Hughes gets a heads-up play on the backup. He's closest to the ball when it went out of bounds, and it's going to be a Virginia ball.
Just under 6 minutes to play.
We don't want that to happen. That shouldn't happen in that situation there.
You see Tillman Johnson walking it out.
Possessions become so critical here. We need great decisions, clear decisions, offensive decisions. You know, this is end game now. 5.5 minutes to go.
Leibowitz to Gill.
Christmas
now
off
Christmas,
the ball.
nice move. Christmas can't get the shot. Foley was almost there. Now the shot, and it just bounces over the cage. Eric Leibowitz.
Great look to Eric. That's a great look. And a good shot. They get it back.
Virginia maintains possession. A.J. Shannon.
Leibowitz running in place of Billy Gliding. Otherwise, it's the first midfield line.
Or not a good shot at all.
Not a good shot, but they get it back. It's well backed up, which Duke wasn't at the other end. Remember, Shannon desperately wants his left hand.
Trying to get in position to use it, and you know, Duke has that scouting report. Here's
Christmas. Here's trouble.
Christmas, the shot, he scores, Virginia leads. What a move by Christmas.
Michael, you can't, Johnny Christmas in time and space is trouble, and they got him the ball, give him a chance to get this, a couple of those moves going, and he's deaf here. Look out, moving left, then comes back with a sort of a high to low shot, and we can look at it again. Good change of direction to get advantage on his defender, and then he goes high to low to beat A.J. Kinsell and to give Virginia back that 1-goal lead.
John Christmas with 3 goals on the afternoon. What a season he's had.
No call.
Let's go down to Jim Noble.
Mike, John Christmas, as you know, is the ACC Freshman of the Year, but he's a very accomplished three-sport athlete. In fact, he was Athlete of the Year at his high school, Lower Merion, outside of Philadelphia, which wouldn't be such a big thing, except 4 years ago, another guy who was Athlete of the Year at Lower Merion, he plays in the NBA now. You might know him, Kobe Bryant, perhaps.
Yeah, they've produced a few. Yeah, we heard.
Tough violation there. Push call on Duke to give face-off to Virginia.
Duke's defense really important now, trying to hold Virginia to that 1-goal lead. It's 13-12. Approaching the 4-minute mark in this game.
Billy Gliding, well rested.
Rivoli also got some rest.
I don't like this matchup at all. This is an attackman being played by a short pole.
Devin Ray is on Rivoli.
That's trouble.
And Rivoli knew he had a matchup that he wanted.
Mike, you don't get many of those. When you do get one, you want to take advantage of it. And, of course, Johnny Christmas hustling the line to get another possession. Virginia playing Duke and the clock here as we're under 4 minutes. Shannon looking for his left hand.
What's the strategy here for Virginia? Do you go real patient now with the goal lead, 3.5 to go?
I don't know. The way that with the tools that they have, I don't think it's too early to sit on it. Keep on going to the goal, but don't turn the ball over like that.
Kinsell comes up with it on the turnover, and here comes Duke. Ahead to Ray, number 44. Blue Devils trail by 1. And there's going to be a timeout called for Duke.
Super catch by Devin Ray to make a successful clear there. That ball was high. He got up and brought it down in a timeout to just get a little bit reorganized here.
Now you're Mike Pressler. Your team's down 1, 3:17 left. What do you tell them?
Well, one thing, I know that I'm not going to change the way I play. I'm a possession-oriented the goal team in the first place, so we're not slowing anything down from that standpoint. We'll attack the gauge the same way. I know who my hot hands are. I know Jimmy Regan scored 4 times. I also know that Terrence Keeney gives me mismatch advantages. There's no short pole on the Virginia team that can match up fair with him. So I've got several options, and he has Mike has a tremendous amount of confidence in Rakowski and Montfort, his 2 freshmen who have pretty awesome quickness.
Let's go down to Jim Noble, who has an interesting story about this Duke team. I think what Jim is doing is listening into the Virginia huddle there. One of our advantages up here.
That wasn't a very interesting story.
And, well, maybe Jim's finding out some information for us, huh?
We'll make that one a
hardest working man on our crew today. There's no doubt about that.
We'll make that story a mystery, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, you call them big possessions. Certainly this is one.
3:17 left. Duke down 1. The ACC championship on the line. Here's Keeney.
Let's check the defense again.
Cassis. Montfort on the right side. Still look like that zone to you?
That's it. We're bad. We're still in the zone. I think it's a pretty good strategy for Dom at this point in time. He's going to force you to beat perhaps time with the outside shot. You're not going to get a whole lot of stuff inside. And we need better ball movement.
Leeske. All right. We told you that Jim was listening in that timeout to the Virginia huddle. What'd you learn, Jim?
Well, Mike, real quick. First of all, neither Dom Starja nor Mike Pressler could even speak right now. They're so hoarse from yelling. Starja set the Virginia defense. He does not want them to beat one-on-one. Get ready to help. Pressler said, take your time. We're only down 1. We don't have to win the game on this possession.
I like Virginia's strategy with the zone.
And we're all tied now. What a shot! Terrence Keeney.
Terrence Keeney from about 14 yards. They dictate that you're going to have to beat him with the outside shot. I think Tillman would like to have this shot back. I think our replay will show that he's beaten stick side, and that's a save. Here's the look to Terrence.
Look at the strength of Terrence Keeney.
Shot stick side. I think Tillman more times than not will make that save. Now we'll have to watch what Dom's strategy is here in terms of his defensive philosophy if Duke retains possession.
2:12 left in regulation.
Mike, in a normal situation, at under 2 minutes to play, the team that's ahead has to keep it in their offensive zone. But with a tie, neither team has to.
Cassis controls as he's done so often all year long. And the possession to Duke as we are now under 2 minutes, all tied.
Neither team has to keep the ball in the box. You have the entire offensive zone to work with. Remember the box is that 20 yards in front of the cage, that line perpendicular from sideline to sideline, and the hash marks 10 yards inside the out of bounds marks.
And you can see them on your screen, those hash marks and that line. Now 1.5 to go. Rukowski.
You gotta think that Duke's thinking sort of the same thing that they thought at the end of the half. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this at the end, or we're gonna go into overtime.
And the rules for overtime, sudden death.
Amen. Now the official has the prerogative. If he thinks for a lengthy period of time that you're not going to the cage, he could warn you to keep it in.
Now under a minute.
Duke wants to avoid that happening.
This is Keeney, who scored the tying goal just a moment ago.
Oh, there it is. There's the warning. Duke must keep the ball in the offensive box here.
42 seconds left. There's Keeney, nice move. Did he get it? Yes! Keeney, 2 goals here. And this one has given Duke the lead with 39 seconds left.
Boy, this is all or nothing. This is selling out. This is selling out your body and your heart and soul going to the cage. Terrence Keeney's gone. He doesn't give a hoot what's coming. Watch this move to the cage. I'm going to the goal. You bring whatever you want. Wow.
Do you think Terrence Keeney wants an ACC championship?
Hey, he could play for me. Look at this. Man, oh man, oh man. Great goal. Now remember, Duke with a 1-goal lead. If they gain possession, they've got to get it and keep it in the offensive zone.
The face-off is critical here as we approach the final 30 seconds.
Shamati has the ball.
Shamati's got it.
Okay. All right, let's set the scene here a little bit, Michael. That's Duke possession right now. There's 29 seconds on the clock as we speak. They have 10 seconds, Duke does, to get the ball into their offensive box, which we showed you earlier. Thereafter, they have to keep it in the box, okay? So at 29 seconds to start play, they've got to get it in within 10 and then keep it in that offensive zone. Now, that being said, I got to think Dom's coming out. You lose by 1 or lose by 2, what's the difference? You know, I've got to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to come out here and I think a great strategy would be to match up with the ball and deny everybody else and put one of your great defenders on the ball, and let's go after it.
Well, we thought it was going to be tough to top the women's championship game, but that might have done it. Wow, some real drama here with 29 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, Mike, anybody that stayed with us all day has gotten their money's worth. They've seen why those of us love lacrosse the way that we do. It's a great game. It's been played by 4 teams, you know, for 60 minutes, end-to-end action in both games.
And such intensity. Wow. Jim Noble?
I'll tell you what, guys, this is a lot of fun to watch. Been that way the whole afternoon. Duke just finished setting their offense. They are simply going to run a weave offense. Mike Presser told them, stay in the box. You're going to get a warning. Meanwhile, Dom Sarja, there's going to be a double team coming right away as soon as this whistle blows.
Look here, it's an open goal. Fans, it's an open goal. Tillman Johnson is playing Kevin Brennan over here. There's no goalie in the goal. 10 seconds to get it into the box. Great move, great athletic move by Kevin.
Able to do it.
That's an open net for Virginia as we speak.
20 seconds left in the game, as you can see at the top of your screen. Cassis lost his stick for a moment. There's Brennan.
Duke advantage if the ball stays on the ground.
10 seconds left. Brennan.
It's got to stay in the box. Duke
5
Duke
seconds.
loses the ball. Duke loses the ball and left the box there. There's still 2 more seconds. Virginia.
2 seconds remain.
Mike, no.
Desperation time
they
for
have to
Virginia.
shoot the ball from there.
That's it. It's over. The Duke Blue Devils have upset the #1 seed Virginia Cavaliers. They celebrate. They are ACC lacrosse champions. What a game.
Great game. Great game. What character on the part of Duke coming back repeatedly throughout the afternoon and then coming up big at the end of the game.
And certainly Terrence Keeney with those 2 late fourth quarter goals has come up huge. The Duke Blue Devils, 2002 ACC lacrosse champions with a 14-13 win over the Virginia Cavaliers. We'll be back to Durham in just a moment.
Have you noticed? You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd today agrees. Those who think young say Pepsi, please. They pick the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi. Pepsi. For those who think young, the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi. For those who think young.
The letters ACC combine to form a powerful symbol, representing the enduring pursuit of excellence. The Atlantic Coast Conference, hand in hand with its official corporate partners, continues to support the community outreach effort, which brings the ACC experience into the classrooms of thousands of middle school students. The ACC and its official corporate partners, making the dreams of tomorrow's champions a reality.
Rugged, tough, the Rhino is built to take grueling off-road abuse, and so can Rhino Lining's Tough Stuff truck bed liners. If you work your truck hard, then you need a Rhino Lining sprayed-on polyurethane lining to protect your truck bed. Rhino Linings is the world's leading sprayed-on liner company. Their Tough Stuff liner, sprayed on up to a 1/4 inch thick, is virtually indestructible polyurethane. And unlike plastic liners, which don't stop truck bed rust, a Rhino Lining protects your investment permanently. A Rhino Lining only takes a few hours to apply, and it's warranted by your dealer for as long as you own your truck. So if you want to protect your truck's value, get a Rhino Liner. Call or log on right now. We'll send you a free brochure, a sample of Tough Stuff, and give you the name of the Rhino Lining's dealer nearest you. Call now.
For the second year in a row, the Duke Blue Devils are ACC lacrosse champions. Let's go down to Jim Noble.
Thank you very much. 2 years in a row for Mike Presser and the Duke Blue Devils. What does this mean? Because you guys fought the whole afternoon and finally overcame a fantastic Virginia team.
Well, I mean, our MO has been all year that we play awful hard. We haven't just played as smart. And the theme today was to bring the heads with our hearts. We've had the heart all year, and then today we played with our heads. And I think the key to the game were our senior middies. Jimmy Regan, Terrence Keeney, Michael Sadisher, and Dan Shamati. Those 4 guys played the game of their lives together. I said going into this game, for us to win, we'd have to give out 10 game balls, not just 10. Today we give out 10.
What's the deal with Regan? You've been hiding him. 2 goals all season, 4 today.
Well, Jimmy's a player. I mean, Jimmy just today it was his day. You know, sometimes the stars line up and guys make plays, and Jimmy was spectacular today. But so was everybody else. The defense tightened up after a slow start for us, and it's just a great win for Duke. 2 times in a row now, ACC champs. To do it on our home field, to come back after the Maryland game, and to put us back in the NCAA tournament hunt. I mean, these last 2 games was all or nothing for our guys. 2 one-goal games in overtime. Beat Virginia, beat Maryland. What a day for Duke.
All right, Mike Presser, congratulations. Let's send it back upstairs. Mike.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, Dick Adele, what a win, what a game. I'm out of breath after watching that, but it was fantastic to watch. How did Duke win?
Amazing. I think Michael hit it right on the head. The outstanding play of his senior midfielders, a continued strong performance by A.J. Kinsell in the cage. And we got to talk about Danny Halbert, too, for crying out loud. You know, Connor Gill was not a factor. Was not a factor today, and that's a multi-time All-American. And Danny just came up huge. And you got to talk about, hey, Duke's backs were to the wall. They come into this tournament 5-5. Any possible chance for the NCAA tournament, they had to win both games, and they did, my friend.
Well, what a day of lacrosse. Hope you've had a chance to experience a lot of it with us today. We've had 2 great games. In the women's championship today, what a win for the North Carolina Tar Heels, their first ever beating Maryland. By the way, Coach, I had a great time. Thanks for educating us all a little bit on lacrosse. What a game.
Fun to work with you, Mike. Great day.
And of course, the Duke Blue Devils have pulled off the upset over the #1 seed Virginia Cavaliers, 14-13. They trailed most of this day, but they got 2 fourth-quarter goals from Terrence Keeney and have won the championship 14-13. For Jim Noble and Dick Adele, I'm Mike Hogwood. What a day. Congratulations to the North Carolina women, the Duke men lacrosse champions. You've been watching ACC Lacrosse on your regional sports network. So long, everybody.